welcome back to another mini Ironman guide on the channel. Now before we get into any of this, I'm going to quickly explain. I wasn't able to upload yesterday. I was originally planning this month to do an upload a day, but I had trouble yesterday, having trouble with my sleep recently, so I thought it's best to give it a rest and I'll just get videos out as much as possible after that. Now don't expect there to be any more gaps in the month unless there is a a real life issue for me, but I do plan to get a video out every single day for you guys, whether it be a progress, a guide, or just anything in general from RuneScape. But this specific video, we're going to be talking about dailies you should be and need to be doing on your Ironman to make it a really good Ironman in a good position to help you out in the late game. Now the first one we're going to talk about is Rune Essence, or Pure Essence should I say. Now you can get this from Wizard Property. Now I don't believe you need to complete Rune Mysteries to be able to complete, to have access to this, but to be able to get the Pure Essence a day, I believe you are going to need RD Diaries. Now RD Diaries are very easy to complete as it is, because the first one, for example, the only requirement you need is 5 thieving and 15 fishing to be able to get to the fishing trawler. You probably will, well, sorry, you'll need more thieving on an Ironman if you want to get a rusty sword, because you're going to probably pickpocket hand members for that. I believe there are other ways of getting it. For example, you can get one on the fishing trawler, but your chances are a lot slimmer, and I probably wouldn't suggest it. It's not a great idea. But the only RD diary that you need to do this, well, you obviously need the easy as well, but you can need up to the medium, and the medium is also very easy. Requirements on this, not too bad to be honest with you, very easily obtained early on an account. The highest you're going to need is 51 magic. Magic you might find hard to start with an account, but honestly there's so many ways of getting your magic up very fast early on through quests and certain other things. If you guys want to see anything like that, I'm sure there's loads of magic guides out there for Ironman. If you look into that, you'll be able to find one out. But once you complete the medium diet, once per day, from this guy right here, you can collect 100 free pure noted essence. I'm going to do it right now because I haven't done it myself. We get 100. Now you guys might be thinking, 100 essence, that's not too, not too great. But if you don't plan to runecraft until a lot later on, and you do this daily, let's say you do this for like, I don't know, just even 5 days, you've got 500, you do it for 50 days, you've got 5k pure essence for runecrafting later on that you don't have to worry about collecting in any other way. And it's free. It takes 2 seconds to come here and grab it, and it will really help in the long run for when you get around to doing runecrafting, sorry. And if you plan to do runecrafting before you get to gargoyles, because I know gargoyles is a prime monster that drops pure essence a lot. If you plan to do runecrafting before then, you have free essence in the bank. I know I haven't touched essence and mining it at all, or getting it in any other way other than from this, and I've crafted plenty of runes myself through runecrafting, over 1,000 cosmic runes and some other stuff as well. So honestly, it really does help out. Now the second one we're going to talk about is buckets of sand. Now the easiest way to get to this is either teleport into the watchtower or using the nightmare zone guy teleport. Now I'm going to show you exactly how we get there. There's no point cutting this because I want to show you guys what you do. You teleport to RD to come here first, because this is straight in RD. In fact, I will show you before we go where it is if you guys don't know. Here's RD, so you teleport into RD or get to RD in any way possible. You will have the cape if you do this anyway, so you can teleport to the monastery, come up through RD, and it's at the top right, and this guy just in this building here. Now I'd normally do this one first, and then after that you teleport to the nightmare zone. Now this is a bit harder to get access to, I'm not gonna lie. You need to complete the quest Hand in the Sand. Now it does have a requirement for crafting which is fairly high. We will have a look in a second, but this specific daily will allow you to bank crafting experience on your Ironman for future, which is absolutely huge. So if we look at the Hand in the Sand, here it is, Hand in the Sand. It doesn't actually say. I will look it up whilst we're on there. But the Hand in the Sand, once you've completed it, it will allow you to collect buckets of sand from, I think it's Bert, his name is, daily. Now, what's so nice about it is buckets of sand crafting experience. This goes along with another daily, which I'll be talking about. Now, you can bank crafting experience, which is huge for an Ironman, because doing charters, a lot of people hate it, and you'd rather just be able to do it at bank. Now, here he is, Bert. Now, you have to talk to Bert, and he'll talk to you, and you say, can I have my sand, blah, 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 and he'll deliver it to your bank. I believe he delivers 84 buckets of sand, I think I might be correct in saying, but you will require, oh my god, I can't speak, require 49 crafting and 17 thieving to be able to complete the quest. Now, the crafting isn't boostable either, but, it's alright, and it is, yes, it is 84 buckets of sand to your bank. daily, which is absolutely great. If you guys don't know, these times go off UTC times, so I believe it's a 12. I'm not 100% sure. It's either 12 or 1 a.m. You'll be able to collect these items, but it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't go into your inventory. But if you do this daily, you'll get loads of buckets of sand banked. It'll really help out later on in the grind. Now, the last one that we're going to talk about, or the last two, sorry, that we're going to talk about, I'm not actually going to show you how to get to them. I do have guides on both on the separate ones, but you will tie these in together. If you guys want to see the guides, and what I'm going to talk about quickly are birdhouse runs and seaweed spores. If you want to see guides on them, I do have them on my channel. I'll put the links down in the description below so you guys can see a bit more in depth about them. So I'm not going to talk too in depth about them because there isn't a guide on them. They're just dailies that I suggest you do on an Ironman. Now, birdhouse runs. Different requirements depending on how good of a birdhouse you want to create. I'm currently doing U-logs. It requires, I believe, 50 hunter and 50 crafting, or maybe 60, I can't remember, something like that. But anyway, this will get me passive hunter experience. I get 1k per birdhouse, which is 4k per run. You can do birdhouse runs roughly every hour. People normally time them with their herb runs, every hour to hour and a half. And you will get bird's nests with seeds in them, bird's nests with rings, potentially clue scrolls inside some of them, and last but not least, you'll get empty bird's nests as well. And obviously, when you take the seeds and the rings out of the bird's nest and the clue scrolls, you get an empty bird's nest left as well, which will be handy later on for Saradomic brews. But what's so nice about this is it gives you passive farming experience, and it will keep you up on your farm supplies whilst you're doing farm runs, allowing you to almost inevitably do them, or infinitely, whatever you want to say. And seaweed spore runs, which you will do literally as you're doing farm runs because they're next to each other. Now, seaweed spores, they will give you giant seaweed. Now, I've got a fair bit in my bank, but this isn't much at all. Now, one giant seaweed is the equivalent of one seaweed or one soda ash. And what's so good about that is when you're doing your grind for molten glass blowing, I can see I've got 1k buckets of sand in my bank and I've recently used them all. Crafting. But you're going to get giant seaweed and buckets of sand. Now, you mix these two together, you can make loads and loads of molten glass for crafting, which is great because that's one of the fastest ways of getting crafting experience on an Ironman, because gathering the materials is fairly easy and you can do it constantly. You don't have to go gather materials, come back. You can just do it on the go. Now, to bank this continuously, so when you come to do crafting, you have loads at once, is really nice. You can just stand at your bank. Only downside to this method, it does require the Lunar spellbook and 77 magic, but by the time you want to go for the crafting grind, you'll probably have this anyway, and I recommend doing it because it will really help with crafting. You won't have to do charter ships. You will have to collect buckets of sand because you do get more seaweed than buckets of sand, because the buckets of sand daily. You can do seaweed runs every 30 to 40 minutes, but most people do tie it in with their birdhouse and their herb runs. That is all the dailies I highly suggest you do on an Ironman. Do them every day because trust me, they will really help. I'm bad for doing things daily. I often forget about them. I really shouldn't because they help so much, but I do them most of the time. If you guys do this, you will really, really help your account out for later on. There's so much stuff you will have, and you'll just think, wow, this is great. Also, forgot to mention, birdhouse runs do give you feathers, so it'll also help for fishing experience later on. You don't have to buy feathers, you will have them. But it's absolutely important that you do these dailies if you want to set your account up to make it a lot easier on yourself later on. You won't have to worry about getting stuff from charter ships to do crafting. You don't have to worry about going mining essence or getting it elsewhere to be able to do rune crafting. You're not going to have to worry about buckets of sand, the same as crafting. You're not going to have to worry about getting seeds for farming because that's horrible. You're just going to be getting them from almost near enough your start of your account, which is absolutely great. And the amount of birdhouse runs you can do a day is crazy depending on the amount of hours you play. If you do one every hour, and let's say you play 16 hours a day, that is a hell of a lot of seeds for you if you do it efficiently. But obviously, there are people that play 16 hours a day, but I'm not expecting you guys to play 16 hours a day at all. But if you even play 4 hours a day, that's 4 birdhouse runs, which is, that's pretty decent. And to get the seeds for birdhouse runs, it's very, very easy. Some people may think it's hard. If you've got 99 Thieving, you can get them even easier. But if not, you just hot worlds in Draenor, buy them off the seed market, and you'll get loads and loads in no time. So there's nothing to worry about these days. They're all very easy. Getting some of the requirements can take a tiny bit of time, but honestly, if you work towards them fast, your account is going to be so set up for later. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I've tried to give my best opinion on what these dailies are and if they're worth it. And trust me, they're the best thing it has to offer for an Ironman. They're so, so good. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, drop a comment down below. Anything you want. Are you enjoying mobile? since mobile came out recently? Have you started your own Ironman through watching my videos? Anything. If you want to ask any questions or want to see any videos, just let me know. And last but not least, if you want to see more content, guys, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading daily. So yeah, there's a lot of content coming. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.